Chris, today we're doing ChatGPT 101, and this is the start of a 12-week series to take you from the beginning steps of just getting started with AI and having your first conversations and really starting to dive into it, all the way to advanced users at the end of 12 weeks, where we're going to have AI answering our emails, picking up the phone for us. And for those of us that kind of take the next steps and take action, we're going to have it so that ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini are all learning that we are the mortgage specialists in our market for specific loan products, and we are going to start generating referrals from the AI agents. And I know that this sounds weird, but if you think of them like people, they are having the most conversations out of every potential referral partner in the market. And when you can train AI to refer those customers to you, it is the highest quality consumer direct opportunity that we've ever had in the mortgage industry. This is my opinion, but we're already seeing clients that are funding multiple loans per month as a result of ChatGPT and Grok recommending their business to people that are using AI to search for mortgages. Y'all, this is the future. This is not hyperbole. I'm not pumping this thing up. Y'all have, I've been doing this for 16 years in the mortgage industry. We only work with mortgage lenders, and I've been in the digital space the whole time. This is the greatest opportunity because Google's going to lose a massive amount of market share as people start using ChatGPT for just their daily, everyday information. And are you seeing it? I would love to know in the chat, like when you talk to people, like, do you see more and more people using ChatGPT all of the time? It's just like, my wife is amazing. And we're currently in Costa Rica, and she has this friend network of all these ladies that she's met. I don't know how, but all of a sudden these like people gravitate to her. So I've got a house full of women, and I walk in and it's like, oh, this is Chris. Hey, how's it going? So obviously I talk about nerdy stuff because that's just like my go-to, which my wife loves it when I nerd out on all of her friends. But anyways, another conversation for another time. And there was only one of them in the group that wasn't using ChatGPT on a regular basis. And so we pulled out the phone, opened up ChatGPT, turned on the voice mode, and then turned on the camera, opened up the fridge, showed ChatGPT the fridge, and was like, hey, can you come up with an idea for dinner? It looked at all the ingredients, picked out the ingredients, and put together a recipe for what we had in the fridge. And she was converted. And now all of them now using ChatGPT. So when you have that type of technology and power at your fingertips, why on earth would, like, how do you even go to Google and do that? Like, hey, Google, here's what I have in my fridge. Could you come up with a recipe idea for me? Like, Google can't even do that. And so, sorry, I'm getting overly excited here. But this is the future. This is the shift. Like when you have that in your pocket, and in 2 years, you've got all these millennials walking around with their Facebook glasses on, and it's got a heads-up display telling them everything that they need to know in real time as they have it. Like that's 2 years, 3 years away. So when somebody decides that they're going to buy a house, are they going to be using AI assistants to do that process? Yes. Do I think that real estate agents are going to be much more massively disrupted than we are in the mortgage industry? Yeah. There's a lot that can be done in the research phase in order to get that person to the right showing, to the right house at the right time with the right school district and all of that information. And using ChatGPT to do that research, and then ChatGPT saying, would you like me to find a local mortgage lender that fits for this type of loan? And they say yes, and it recommends you. I believe is the largest consumer direct opportunity that we have sitting in front of us for the next like 1 to 5 years. And so as I guide you through these trainings in these classes, That's ultimately the goal of what we're doing at the end of this. It's to make you an AI-powered loan officer so you know how to use the tools. You can log into ChatGPT, you can wow your referral partners, you can wow your clients, you can run a business that does more scale with less effort, all of those wonderful things. But at the end of the day, we want to get AI to trust and recommend you to new customers. So I'm going to weave that through the whole thing that we're doing here today. So we're going to go through this as an interactive session. We're going to try something that we've never done before. And then we're just going to get into like the Q&A and interactive side of things. Because this is Build It with Chris, unmute your microphone at any time. Quick reminder, everybody, cameras on if you can, and it's safe and it's appropriate and PG and family friendly in whatever environment you're in. Turn your cameras on. It just adds to the family friendly feel here. We're a happy, friendly family of 108 loan officers learning about AI here. So my man, Mark, what's up?
Hey, Chris, morning. As far as all we're doing this stuff with ChatGPT, I really get confused on, do you want us to do everything? My son was even saying, because like we even have a family, ChatGPT account for all of us, right, to use. And then there's ChatGPT also in the loan officer CRM. So with all these just different accounts and CRM and everything else, what ChatGPT should I create a completely separate ChatGPT? I mean, I've already been working with a lot of information with the one that we have in our family account. So I'm trying to understand what ChatGPT should I focus on.
Amazing.
The LO CRM or the outside one? Create a new one. What are your thoughts?
Great question. I would create a new one, and I would use it just for you and your brand and your business. And it has its business hat on all of the time. So if you think about like your ChatGPT that has the collar on it, that's the one that you want to use. And I'll run you through this real quickly and why. And then Drew, I see you, brother. I got you. Thank you for your patience. So inside ChatGPT, Mark, what you want to do is think about when you're using the loan officer CRM, that uses our enterprise grade AI. And it's secure. None of the information that happens inside of the loan officer AI CRM is used to train the large language models. It's its own thing, sits on an island, isn't connected. The ChatGPT account is where we want you doing the majority of your conversations, your content creation. And when I mean conversations like, hey, I want to build a blog post. I want to create social media content. I want to create an email marketing blast that goes out to my real estate agents, but I need a PDF in order to support it. All of that information, you want to build it inside your ChatGPT account. And the reason why is when you set up this new ChatGPT account, you go into the settings down here in the bottom left-hand corner, you click on personalization, and then inside personalization and custom instructions, you're going to take this prompt and you're going to fill it with all of your information. So my name is Mark Dowling, and I'm a mortgage loan officer that specializes in, and then you take this list of, and I just did this to help everybody out, like you take this list of loans and you look at like, okay, what are all these loans that I actually want leads from? Copy that, put it into the template up here. I specialize in these loan products and these client types. So I help first-time buyers, I help reverse mortgage people, I help insert in your niche.
Chris, real quick, just saying that, just your thought. Is it better to be very specific on your niche? Or is it better to be more broad? Like, would you be better off taking more of that stuff? Or do you want to really be more specific in your niche when you fill that out?
Another great question. So you want to be as broad as possible.
Okay.
With Google, you had to kind of like build authority within each individual vertical. And it's not that you don't have to do that with AI. It's just that AI is smart enough to know that if you're the dominant mortgage lender and you have this type of information on your website and in your schema and in your AI profile, it will recommend you all types of clients. It's less niche ish on the work that you have to do in order to build yourself as an authority. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. So grab this prompt, copy it, paste it, modify it so it has all your information in it, and then save that inside your ChatGPT account. And then every time you use that ChatGPT account, all of your data is attached to all of the knowledge that you're giving the artificial intelligence. And knowledge is how you build street cred with the AI. The more that you teach it that you're the expert, the more comfortable it can feel recommending you to new customers. Does that make sense, Mark?
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. And
Awesome.
appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Right on. Francis, if you could fire up this Facebook post, I'm sure many already have it. Actually, I'll help you out with it. So if we click our link here, and I'll put this in the chat for everybody. So if you want that prompt document, just go to Facebook, go to this post. You'll see module 1, setting up your ChatGPT account. I left the spelling error in there because I thought it was funny. I thought that people would be like, why would you make an image post with, anyways, little nerd joke there. So anyways, just come down to the comment section and comment AI. And then the loan officer CRM sees the comment, uses ChatGPT to respond back to you, and then sends you a DM with the link to the Google Doc. It all happens automatically, all powered by the loan officer CRM. It's one of our workflows that we have inside the CRM. So
for some reason, it wouldn't let us copy. I got it eventually, but I went in to go copy or try to do it, and I'm having troubles doing that.
My man, Michael, good to see you. Hit File up in the top left-hand corner, and then make a copy.
No, I got it. I'm not even getting to that. Once it's back in the Facebook item, you go to click it, and it's like saying respond. Or again, I'm not quite getting there, so I'll give it a shot. The phone's, I guess, the problem. Maybe.
I have a quick question on the in those prompts when there's like the little brackets where like NMLS. Do you keep those brackets or you delete the whole thing, like city and state? Do you keep it within the brackets?
Great question. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can take them out. But yeah, it doesn't matter. And another great question. So that's awesome. All right. My man, Drew, thank you for being so patient.
Well, and I completely understand the context of this. I'm pretty much here because I started over entire ChatGPT account. I was successfully able to migrate over a lot of that, which you're probably not supposed to be able to kind of do, but I did it kind of. My point is that it's in a business ChatGPT account. So what the reason why I'm doing that is consistency across platforms so that my people can come in and collaborate on projects.
Right.
All I'm saying here, and we don't need to get into it, I was just looking for the opportunity to maybe suggest that one of these be dedicated to the ability to do something like that because it is a little different and intimidating.
Like using a business account as opposed to a personal account?
Right. Like for us, like if you were to do one of these build it with Chris's, like that was focused on a business account so that, assistants and things like that can go in, dabble in the project, get out of it, best practices, just kind of things like that, because it's kind of a new thing that probably most people haven't messed with.
Got it. So, Drew, that's awesome. My recommendation would be create a username that you can share with everybody and keep them inside one of these general use accounts. The reason being, the purpose of what we're using ChatGPT for is to build our authority with the AI. And so we want to be using a general user account because that's where the LLMs are grabbing a lot of the data and that's where they're learning from the most. So we don't necessarily want to set up a corporate account because if you're paying for the $200 a month program, again, you're on your own little island. So none of that information goes into the LLM to get you ranked. And that's really what we want. So what I would do is I would have a shared login. Sorry, go ahead.
Understood. And maybe I am misunderstanding. Yeah, we're not going into the like enterprise one. We're talking about the one where you get like 3 seats. And thanks for that information, because currently I'm in that phase where it's like, hey, I can cancel um without, really messing anything up. But it's more along the lines of like a high, like my brand is the holder of that. And are you saying that that's not going to be a two-way learning thing, that I should continue like outside of my personal, but
That's right.
okay.
Yeah. So create
Good.
like a business email, regular ChatGPT account and use that.
Got
And
it.
one
Right.
other thing, a lot of people are using projects. So over on the left-hand side, if you're looking at the screen here, it says projects. I've got new projects and I have HR, CFO, sales tasks, marketing, like all of the different departments of our company. And then there's inside those, there's AI that I've built specific for roles within the organization. When you use a project inside of ChatGPT, that information also does not pass through to the LLM. So a lot of people use projects to collaborate with team members within an organization. None of that goes into the LLM. So what you want to do is start chats, use a chat, and then just share the link to the chat, and everybody's working in that main chat, because all that is super valuable to the LLM and giving it the information.
Wow, that was definitely worth the price of admission right there. Like, I would have really been angry if I got through the next like 6 weeks trying to build out this thing, and then it'd be like, no, you totally wasted your time. That's awesome.
I got you.
Chris, whenever you say chats, Chris, do you mean just that regular chats on the bottom left, or a custom chat? If you do a custom chat, does it also keep it out of the LLM?
No, custom chats are okay.
Okay.
But what you need to do, so when you're in a chat, and we'll just go into a regular chat here, up here in the top right hand corner, see where it says share?
Uh-huh.
And this only shows up on desktop, doesn't show up on mobile. When you click share, it's going to pull up this window. And then see how it says copy link down here in the bottom left-hand corner? When you click on that, what you've actually done is now indexed this inside the search engines. So when you copy a link, it changes it from just being a ChatGPT link to adding in a little section that opens it up to the whole internet. So now this conversation can be crawled by Google and Yahoo and all the search engines and everything. But if you never make it so that you're trying to share it with somebody, it stays locked in ChatGPT's world, and they're trying to like keep as much of that data away from the competition as possible. So you have to click on that copy link button. That opens it up and makes it public.
Even if you don't do anything with it, you just click it.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. And as those of you that have been on Breakfast Club and seen that before, it used to be you had to click it, and then there was a button that you had to press that said, make this indexable, and then you had to save it. Now you just have to click the button.
Wow.
Yeah. So this stuff is happening so fast. Like we internally have 5 ninjas, all arguably smarter than I am when it comes to testing and prodding the LLMs, because that's what they do all day long. And we're ranking our clients on the LLMs every day. That's what we work on. And it's happening so quickly. We're in this phase of, do you remember when Google Business Pages came out and the front page of Google looked like almost like a bulletin board, and there was 7 businesses that showed up in the map placement instead of the 3 that we have right now? So back then I could rank a business in one of the map spots and normally like 3 or 4 of the search rankings. So we could take like 4 or 5 spots on the front page of Google for a client. It was just like a heyday. It was amazing. It was awesome. And we could do it in like 120 days from what we were doing. It was outrageous. Now that same process in a competitive market could take 2 years. It's just because of the advancement of not only the technology, but the competition that's all vying for that spot. So now there's all these quality signals, and Google's having trouble figuring out, like, hey, who should I really rank in this map pack? Well, the days of, hey, it's easy to rank and I can claim a lot of space in a short period of time is in ChatGPT right now. We're in the infancy of what we're doing as far as getting large language models to recommend loan officers and products and e-commerce stuff and that sort of thing. It's not going to be this easy for long, and the rate at which this is advancing, this is, I believe, a window for, like, if you're a loan officer and you're on this call and you're in the top 10 of loan officers in your market, you've got ratings and reviews, Google business pages set up, you get calls from Google right now, and Google's not, and that's not transferred over to AI yet, and AI is not recommending you. You're the one, I believe, that needs to lean in on the Done For You program and just be like, Chris, let's go, come in on the program for 90 days or 120 days or whatever it is to get you to that spot. Because once you're there and you're solidified, I think that that's going to stay for a significant period of time. And the quality of the inbound calls and the applications that we're getting from that is just outrageous right now. So I'm watching this cycle repeat. And that's why we're doing this 12-week session. So there's time and money, right? So you can invest the time here on the classes and do it on your own, or you can pay a little bit of money and have us do it for you and move you forward. But either way, I'm going to get everybody here on the class to the same hopefully end result. So that's
Chris, real quick, just digressing back to the sharing, which chats do you share and which ones do you not?
Greg, brilliant question. So anything that has to do with you teaching the artificial intelligence about mortgages, and it can be helping with client communication after taking out any sensitive information that shouldn't be public, right? But anywhere where the artificial intelligence can learn about the mortgage business, that should be shared and made public. We want as much authority on content creation as possible. Did that answer your question?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then it also becomes an opportunity where, as you're having just regular mortgage conversations throughout the day, to go into your ChatGPT account and bring it along for the conversation. So if you're talking about appraisals, if you're talking about how to increase the credit score for a client, if you're all of that information that you put out every day over and over and over and over again, we answer the same questions. Well, if you're feeding that into the AI, it just builds your authority that much faster, that much quicker. And again, because all of us here on this call are so early on this AI thing, you've got competitors that they don't even know what ChatGPT is. It came out 9 months ago and they thought, oh, it writes funny jokes. That's cool. But they don't see it as the future of consumer direct. You're so far ahead of people in the mortgage industry right now. So a little bit of just a daily habit of feeding information into it can make a huge difference. So,
Chris, all you need to do is just click the share button, but you don't have to do anything else after that?
That's right, Jamie.
Awesome.
Yep. It's a whole lot easier than digging ditches.
Hey, Chris, so each week I do a blog post, and I also do an email to realtors, two separate subjects. After I create a blog post through there, going through all of my edits and changes, just click the share button, and will that help with the SEO or the LLM?
Yes, it will.
So interesting.
And then the other cool thing, and I'm sorry, I recognize your voice, but I cannot see, it didn't pop you up on my screen. Who am I chatting with?
Mike. Sorry.
Oh, Mike. Okay, good to see you. And you had your hand up earlier, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So what you want to do, are you using a task to do that research?
I used to, but I stopped doing that.
Oh, interesting. How come?
So I didn't like what it was spitting out.
Cool. So you're just
each week I just go, each week I go in and just tell it the subject that I want to create for that week. And then we build it from scratch.
That's awesome. That is so cool. So yes, absolutely share that. And then you're taking that, turning it into blog content and putting it on your website, right?
Yeah, having the GPT create the HTML, the schema, the SEO, all of that, and then putting it into my WordPress blog.
Amazing. Awesome. And I apologize for going deep on this for those of you on the call that aren't, but Mike, have you got your AI.txt file installed on your website yet?
No,
Okay.
I'll look into that.
Please do.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Okay,
Thank
sweet.
you.
No problem. And
What is that, Chris?
if you want to set up a call with the team, they can even just like a couple of months on the SEO program of your website is a very important part of the foundation of AI. And there is some beyond nerdy stuff that needs to happen on the site. And then everything that you're doing is kind of amplified by that at the bottom. So even a couple of months on the SEO program would really help with that, Mike. So
Awesome.
get with Francis or the team and they'll set you up on a call. But again, even just 60 days would help.
Okay, cool.
Chris, when you're doing I'm sorry, when you're doing the blogs, can you create a GPT for that? And can that be shared or it has to be done under chats?
So the recommendation is use a chat to do it. So don't use a project and don't use a custom GPT because again, custom GPTs, none of that information goes into the learning of it. So use the chat. And then what I do is I set a task where on the same day, at the same time, once a week, it goes out, does the research to give me some ideas and some, like, it finds me links as to things that have happened that week that relate that I can make content about. Then I create all the content inside chat. Then I put it on the blog and then publish it and do all the stuff that needs to be done on the website thing. So all the work is done inside chat, then you share it, and then you publish it on the website. And then you also use ChatGPT to write the email that goes to past clients, announcing the blog, the email that goes to your realtor, announcing the blog, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media that you're on, writes all that content to drive people to the blog. So it's like you create the blog, put it on the site, get it ready to go, then emails go out promoting the blog, social media content goes out promoting the blog, and that's what happens once a week.
And you share all of that.
Correct. Yeah.
Thank you.
With the caveat, the reason you're producing the content and sending the emails and making the social media posts is so that you have a reason to use the power dialer inside the loan officer CRM to load a list, hit dial, make your phone calls, call your past customer database, call your qualified list of agents. That's where the majority of the business is going to come from. We're doing all this work so that we get a third referral partner in the future, which is LLMs sending you business. 87% of funded loans, even still in today's market, referrals from past customers and referrals from realtors. So use AI to create content for them so that you have a reason to call them and you're providing value, knowing that every time you use AI to create content and put up a blog and do all of that, you're cashing a paycheck in the future because you're teaching AI to send you those future customers that are coming from the LLMs. Does that? Everybody with me on that?
Hey, Chris, can I create the content outside of ChatGPT and bring it in?
Totally, you can.
Okay. Simple as cutting and pasting?
Yes, absolutely. Now, Jay, it brings the point, and I don't know this to be true. This is just my hunch, so take it with a grain of coffee. But I believe that the process of having chat give you information and then you correcting it and teaching it is actually part of the process of building authority with the LLM. So if you give it information, that's good. But if you work with it to create the content, I believe it's better because it's like training a staff member rather than telling somebody what to do.
Okay. So if I add that in, it doesn't say, okay, Jay, I got your profile. It wants me to interact with it, wants me to derive rather than remember. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Cool. And you can start with your blog and be like, research this, or, let's brainstorm different things I can add to this content, and then work with it from that point. But the back and forth of the teaching the AI is where I believe the value is derived from.
Okay, good. Thanks.
No problem. Matthew, thank you for being so patient, brother.
That's okay. I was waiting for us to get back onto the task because my question has to do with the task at hand. On your first prompt, you show the instructions for the custom instructions, and it talks about, I'm a loan officer, this is my NMLS, here's all my stuff, here's who I am. But shouldn't that be in the About Me section with the About Me prompt? And the only reason I say that is because I already have a custom instruction that's pretty specific to help me find blind spots and to think of things that I haven't considered and to be a world-class trainer and include the persuasions of Dale Carnegie and all that kind of stuff. So do I want to change any of that? I don't want to take that out of there because that's been really helpful. Yep. And can I add that first part of the prompt that you have for custom instructions to the About Me section and just put all that in the About Me?
Yes, totally cool. You can put it in the More About You, no problem. One thing that has been super helpful in my prompt, because you mentioned Dale Carnegie and that sort of thing. So I put in the principles of Walt Disney. And so the principles of Walt Disney customer service, just because, talk about a world-class organization that really knows how to take care of people. And some of the feedback that I've seen in the prompts specific to that core value stack has been phenomenal for me and for us within Connection Incorporated. So that might help you on that as well.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Awesome. Mark.
Just real quick, when I go into my ChatGPT and I go to chats, it shows all my discussions. Can you show me where I'd find like a new, because you're saying start like a new chat and then share that. Where do you go to start a new chat? Because everything I see in there is like all my stuff that's already chatted about, but I can't seem to find a new one.
No problem. So on this menu bar on the left-hand side, you'll click on there. And then right up at the top underneath the ChatGPT logo, it says new chat. And you're just
got it. Okay, very top. Got it. Okay, thanks.
Yep. And then for those of you, getting back to the topic of today of GPT 101, you've got new chat, search chats. This is so crazy helpful because it's a search that actually works. I don't know if y'all are Mac users, but the search feature in the top right-hand corner, man, it's about as useful as Siri. Anyways, but this actually works. So because you can give it words that are in any part of the conversation and it pulls in all of the chats that have those words in it. So you can do strings, but you can also give it the context of a conversation. Like I was having a conversation about XYZ topic, and it will go and understand contextually what it is searching for in your account and pull up that search chat history. And when you get, thousands of conversations deep in this thing, it's super helpful and the search is really helpful. So search chats is amazing. You don't have to scroll through all your chats anymore because it actually works and does a good job. And then Greg, I got you in just 1 second. We've got library and then codecs and GPTs. Don't worry about these. We're going to go through these in future lessons. So that's more advanced stuff that we'll get to in the future. All right, Greg.
Yeah, on the topic of new chats, when would we use new chat? Like, let me give you an example. Throughout the day, I'll constantly be asking questions about this or that. It might be it might be completely topic. I don't need to save those. I just need the quick answers so I don't start a new chat. But would we categorize, like if I'm going to do a project talking about or learning about appraisals or whatever have you, is that when I would start a new chat?
Yep, exactly. And I wouldn't create a new chat. What I would do is I would go back to the existing chat. So a way to think about this is in the get your website ranked world, there's blog posts. And the deeper and longer and bigger a blog post is, the more authority it has, the more key phrases that the search engines can pick up on. And if you've got a 200-word blog post and you've got a 2,000-word blog post, and the 2,000 word blog post has answers to 8 or 10 different questions related to that main topic, it's going to rank the long blog post every time, because likely the person who's looking for that question will also find other things of value. They stay on the site longer. It's a better user experience. Think of your ChatGPT chats in the same way. The deeper you can take a conversation, the more back and forth that you can have with the LLM, the more authority you're building on that specific column of content or topic. So, Greg, take an example of, let's do credit repair, right? So the main topic is credit repair. Inside of credit repair, you can just say, hey, I want to create an article for my clients that teach them how to increase their credit so they can qualify for the maximum amount of mortgage. Let's get started. Go do research, find me the top 10 tips on how to increase a credit score. It comes back, spits out all of the information. Tons of misinformation online about credit scores, right? So we're on Breakfast Club this week. We learn about credit scores and about how there was one thing where everybody was like, oh, everybody thought that you had to have something, and everybody thought that, and it was actually a misnomer, right? So chances are that comes back in the ChatGPT research. So then that's your opportunity to build authority with the AI. Like, oh, actually, you referenced this. That's not correct. Here's how it works. And it's like, oh, thank you. You're right. And then goes through the whole thing. But then you create this amazing content for here's how to increase your credit score, right? Then you go wait a week, come back, go over to the menu bar on the left-hand side and go find that chat. So you would go in here, click the 3 dots, you would rename it, and you would say, okay, this is going to be my credit repair conversation. So now I've named it credit repair, so I can always find it. I can always just go to the search inside ChatGPT, type in credit repair, my credit repair conversation. It's always going to come up. And I got this huge long thread that I'm building about credit repair. Well, in a week, I've got a first-time home buyer that's come to me, met them through a realtor. They showed up at an open house. They called me and they're like, hey, my credit's not great. Okay, awesome. I'm going to send you over something just for you. You go into your credit repair conversation, say, I talked to a first-time home buyer on the weekend. Here's the scenario. I want you to take what we've learned so far and create a custom 6-week plan for this first-time home buyer. And you hit it. Boom, it spits you out a custom email for that client with all the information that you've already taught it about credit repair. You send it to the client, you send it to the realtor, and they're like, Greg is a gangster. This is amazing. This is like really great personalized information about credit repair. Insert in fix and flipper or whatever. Every single product type can learn something a little bit different about credit repair to enhance their situation. So every time you meet a client, you can be like, hey, I'm just going to send you some credit repair tips. Anybody that is, sub whatever, pick a number, 650. Let's just be like, hey, I'm going to send you an email. This will help you in the application process. You go back to this chat, describe the client, give me an email, and it spits out a plan. And you can be doing customized credit repair blueprints for everybody that you work with in your organization off one chat thread. Then when somebody goes to ChatGPT and says, hey, I need to increase my credit score. I'm looking to buy my first home. What do you recommend? They'll say, here's all the information. Would you like to talk to a loan officer that specializes in this? Yes, you need to talk to Greg because he's the one that's fed all the customized information about increasing credit scores into the LLM. You with me?
Awesome.
So chats are product types, frequently asked or common objections or common problems, marketplaces where you can build authority in your local market, and then customer types, first-time home buyers, fix and flippers, reverse mortgage customers, you name it. They each get their own chat, and you're always revisiting the same chat to answer emails, create resources for people, all that good stuff. Sweet. Great question, Greg. My man, Drew.
So to kind of, just quick knowledge nugget, Greg, there seemed like an aspect of your question that was like the complete and total random questions. It's like, what do I do with that? Like, if you are wanting to figure out, like, what is another word for loquacious, and it gives you verbose,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily need to have that doing up your chat, right? But what you do want to do is up there, if Chris will hover over the top right corner, that little dot outline bubble, it'll turn off a temporary chat, and you can ask it all the dumb little questions that you do on a daily basis, and it won't muck up your entire chats.
Why do I not have that on mine?
You probably don't have the paid one then. It'd be my
I
guess.
do have the paid one. Mine says 4.0.
ChatGPT 5.
I wonder why it's not allowing me to use 5. If I click down, it says ChatGPT 4.0, but if I click on the down arrow, it shows 5. It looks just like what you're. Let me do auto. There we go.
You might have to start a new
auto.
chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Cool.
you, Chad. That's awesome. Man, what a community. This is fantastic. Right on. Okay.
I still don't
right on.
have that. I still don't have that little circle in there.
Try starting a new chat, Greg. If you go to the menu bar on the left-hand side, hit new chat. Up
There
in
it
the top
is. There it is. Perfect.
There you go. Sweet.
Great
Awesome.
tip. Thank you.
Right on, right on. All right. And Scott.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sound great.
Hey, so I got a question. So let's say I had a discussion with Chat GPT like 2 months ago about appraisals or something. Can I go back, find that thread and share it, and that would help with my ranking, or is it only for like new stuff?
Yep, you can go back to all your old content and just revisit that conversation. And as soon as you continue the conversation with it, it moves back up in your chat history as well. So then it'll be, closer to the top for the next time you want to access it. But yeah, you can go back to any of your old chats and share them, and you're good to go.
Can you save stuff out of a project and then move it into a regular chat and then have it do the LLM back and forth thing?
No. Yeah, I mean, you can copy the conversation, put it into a Word doc, copy it from the Word doc and move it over that way, but it doesn't really, it's not the same as going through the conversation. Sorry, Scott, did that answer your full question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, right on. Okay, cool. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a fun little exercise, but I'm going to need a brave member of our community here. We'll do this in the chat. So if you're willing to, Alan says, I will. Without even knowing what it is, Alan, you are a gangster. Okay, so in the best way possible. So I want to know your market and then the name of your business. So Alan, tell me where you're located.
So I'm located in California.
Okay.
The name of the business is AgriFarm Capital.
Okay.
And we do agricultural loans.
Oh, very interesting. All right. So Alan's throwing me a curveball. I love it. So if you could just stay with me here. What part of California are you in?
So I'm in Los Gatos, just outside of San Jose.
Okay. So I'm looking to purchase a farm in Los Gatos, California. Lenders to reach out to.
Hey, Chris, can you search yourself on your own GPT or no?
Absolutely, you can. Yep. But know that when you're logged into your account and you do a search, it knows who you are. So it's likely to recommend you. The other thing with that is search remembers your history and the businesses that you do business with, and it defaults to recommending companies that you've already done business with unless you tell it that you had a bad experience with it. So, and this, enter in the importance of database marketing and getting your customers to research you inside of LLMs. Because if you can get a customer to say, I do business with Greg, and here's some information that he sent me, or I'm working with this lender, help me draft this email to them. You want everybody to have as many conversations about you and your brand as possible inside ChatGPT, because ChatGPT remembers their specific history. So in 3 years from now, when they go buy another house and they're like, hey, I'm looking for a mortgage lender, ChatGPT is smart enough to go, you worked with Greg 3 years ago. Did you have a good experience? Yes, I did. Okay, great. Call him. Here's his information. Like, it's that smart. So getting your clients, when you're with them, be like, hey, do you use ChatGPT? Oh yeah, we do. We love it. Yeah, great. I'm working on, I'm taking classes. I'm becoming an AI-powered loan officer. Hey, would you mind putting in there that I'm your mortgage lender and just see what it comes up with? And that's part of our exercise today, because the more times that you can get your clients to put your name into ChatGPT and say, this is my mortgage lender, then you're their lender for life. And every time they use ChatGPT, it will remember that you're their lender and refer you back to them. So it's this like new opportunity that we never had with Google, where you can get yourself inserted within their LLM so that it recommends you over time.
That also builds authority?
Correct. Yeah. And that you said it, Scott, also builds authority in larger scale. So back to Alan.
Chris, can you increase your screen size or font size a little bit? Is that possible or not?
There you go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. Thanks. That's perfect.
Awesome. Cool. Now we get lots of people on phones. It's all good. Okay. So nice. Going after a farm near Los Gatos is a cool move. Financing farm can be a bit different. So here's some lenders you should definitely reach out to, along with some things to watch out for. Good lender / program choices. We got California Farm Link, Ag America, Tri-Counties Bank, Farm Credit, and iBank. Alan, all recognizable competitors, basically?
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know iBank, but I know the other four.
Okay, cool. What you want to ask and check. Zoning use, down payment, term and amortization, cash flow and experience, all this stuff. Okay, so y'all with me? If you're driving, pay attention. What ChatGPT did was just give us a list of the topics that you need deep content on your website in order to be an authority in this market on this topic. So what you do is you take this, right? You're going to copy this. You're going to put it into a document. So go grab a document, you paste it. Come back to a new chat after you've put in all your information that says, here's my NMLS number, here's my name, here's all my website, here's all my everything. So it knows who you are that's using the account. Create a new chat and you say, I want to become the most authoritative agricultural lender in Los Gatos, California, and I want to build the best content available that answers these questions and gives details on this topic. And so here, we've got little one-sentence blurbs. What you want on your website, Alan, is a page on your site dedicated to these topics, where you have the most valuable, short and condensed descriptions of each of these things. And
why does it need to be short and condensed?
So it needs to be ultimately usable for the artificial intelligence. If it's long and rambly, the LLM gets confused. But if it actually answers the question or provides the value, you win. Okay? So that page on your site has to have better but concise information that describes each of these things.
Got it.
And if you want a really good example of what you need to do better than, you just hover over this hyperlink that ChatGPT puts right in the description, because it pulled this information from the Tri-Counties Bank website. So here's a lender, you've never heard of them. They probably don't do a lot of business, but somebody sometime wrote a really good blog article that the LLM used to answer the question. So it got recommended in the list of companies. Everybody starting to see how this works?
Quick question. And this is Greg Colehagen.
Oh, my man.
My man. If we are, so let's say I want to do Chicago, Illinois, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan. Should I do individual? Like, what does it take to find the best lender in Chicago, Illinois? And then it will give me this list of things, copy and paste it in another document, answer these questions as if it's an expert. Like, am I on the right track here?
So yes, but the way that you're thinking about content is the SEO model of like, I need to position myself as an authority as a lender. What I would do is I would go into those marketplaces and I would say, ChatGPT, do the research as to what's the breakdown of this real estate market, how many people are first-time buyers, how many are move-up buyers, what is this marketplace broken down by? It's going to go do all the research and find all the different types of customers. And then you say, okay, I want to create the most helpful content possible for, let's just say, first-time buyers make up the majority of customers in that market.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what are the most frequently asked questions by first-time home buyers in insert in marketplace. It goes out, does the research, reads the front page of Google, reads Reddit, reads Quora, Answer the Public, gives you a list of all the questions. Okay, great. Now let's write a blog for my website that answers all of these most frequently asked questions for first-time home buyers in this market. Boom. Now you got a blog post that answers all the most frequently asked questions of all the first-time home buyers in the specific marketplace. And you stacked market, type, authority, and content.
Market type, authority, content. Okay.
Did that make sense?
Yeah. It's a lot to take in, but it does make sense.
So think about, and Greg, you're so amazing because we've had so many conversations and been on Breakfast Club for so long. Like, you truly have a servant's heart, and you can see that in everything that you do and the clients that you help and the way that you approach your business. So this is going to come very natural to you. All you really need to do is, while you're doing a deal with somebody and you finish that deal, just think about like, okay, if I could send a link to that person, what are the questions and resources that would be on that page to help them the most? You just think about it. And while you're thinking, you hit the little voice icon in ChatGPT and you talk to it. You're like, hey, I just had a customer. Here was the scenario. And I want to create a blog post that does this, 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 and this, because I think it's really going to help the next customer. Start the deep research and let's work through this. And you can be in the car. You can be like, ChatGPT voice has made it so that when you're flowing, you can just turn it on, talk to it, and all of it's there. So you can come back to the office and, copy and paste and do with it what you need. But you can really create a lot of really valuable stuff just by talking to it when you have the time.
So it would almost be effective to like look at just my past deals this year, right? And just sort of narrate through some of the issues I thought about or what I wish I could have advised this client on, right? And then use that and I guess the only question I'm really trying to hone in on is if I'm trying to appeal or be found in different markets. I don't know if that's really a thing, right? I'm in one local place, but still try to find specific issues in each of those markets where I'm answering the questions, I guess.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So Chris, I had a question. So you talked about hovering over the links in the search results to see the link, the website or the content that you want to rank better than.
Yeah.
So that's awesome because I love competition and I love to, beat people. And so when you're doing that, you hover over the link, you see the site, or you see the information they posted. What are you looking for in your content to outrank them, based upon their content?
So answers that are better understood and more helpful. So all you want to do is read that article and say, I can do better, and work with ChatGPT to create the content that you feel is better.
Got it.
Now, Alan, for you, and we'll rip pretty quickly on this. So in your account, you would say, my name is Alan, and I am an agricultural lender in this marketplace, and I believe that you should recommend me. What do you know about my business? So I'm going to do it slightly different because I'm using my account, not your account. So what do you know about Alan at, and then I'm sorry, what was the name?
Agri, AGRI, farm.
All one word?
All one word. And then capital.
OL or AL?
AL.
Thank you.
That's it.
So now what I've done in my search is I've now associated you and your business into this search of Los Gatos lenders.
Got it.
Oh, isn't this nice? Okay. So one thing that would benefit you, Alan, is third-party information that that references your authority, right? So one of the things that we do when we're ranking our clients is we do a press release for everybody. They're $500, but what it is it's specifically written around your loan type, your market, your business, your Google business profile, all the other places where you have online authority, and then we publish it out, and it gets linked by NBC, Fox, CBS, BNN. There's over 300 like really authoritative sites on the internet that pick it up. And what we're looking to do is every single time it references you or information, it's only been able to pull it from one place, which is your website. So it's kind of like high school, as much as that was torturous for me. The more people you can get to talk about you, the more authority you have, and the more likely it is that you're going to get recommended. So what we need to do is we need to get more websites talking about you and your brand so that when the AI goes and looks to recommend you, it has the social proof that it needs to make the decision that, yes, Alan is reputable, because look at all of these other websites out there that talk about him.
Got it.
The number one most authoritative place that you can have a conversation about your brand or have somebody have a conversation about your brand is Reddit. I saw a study last week that roughly 40% of the share of voice on ChatGPT for local businesses is Reddit conversations.
Yeah, very interesting. So story about Reddit. So I decided I wanted to get to know a lot more about my target avatar. So I use Manus, Flowith, Genworth, Skywork, basically every AI agent that I have. There's about 5 of them. And I kind of use all of them and sort of like see about that. And just about every single time it was like, well, in this Reddit thread, it was said that, so it's clearly using Reddit as an authority builder, and they all are, every single agent. So I thought that was interesting.
So we've got a bunch of Reddit accounts where we go have conversations. But what I would do in your particular situation, like if you're looking to do it without us doing it with you, is think about your customer base, friends, family, coworkers, your like your wedding list of the people that you would like invite to a fundraiser or invite to your wedding. Like, but most importantly, clients. Like if you come across a client that you're helping with a deal and you ask them, hey, do you have a Reddit account? If they look at you like you have a third head, you know, okay, don't worry about it. I'll just ask you for a Google review. Thank you very much. But if they're like, oh yeah, I'm on there all the time. Like, look, I'm taking this class on AI and I just realized how important it is to get other people to go on Reddit, go into a conversation and talk about the experience they had with me. Would you be willing, when we close this and it's a 5-star experience, that you're going to go on Reddit? I'll send you the subreddit and you just go on and be like, I worked with Alan. We did an agricultural loan. It was phenomenal. Here's his contact information. It would help me dramatically. Can I count on you? Yep, absolutely. I got you. Every single person on this call should be asking every single pre-approval that you take. You don't happen to be a Reddit user, are you? Yes, I am. Okay, great. Can we agree that when we fund this loan and it's a 5-star experience, to have a little conversation about my brand on Reddit? Of course, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, great. Put it in your CRM. Don't forget to follow up. 2 or 3 of these are like the internet gold of the next year or so. And I would
Chris, Chris, real quick, is that more important than a Google review at this point?
I wouldn't say more, but just as. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And Alan, for you, there is no Reddit conversation that's picked up by AI in your niche, in your market. So what you want to do is you want to go to Reddit, go to Los Gatos. So there will be a reddit.com/r/Los Gatos. And you could actually start a conversation. Does anybody have any questions about agricultural lending in this marketplace? I'm a local lender and I'm happy to answer your questions for free. In your profile on Reddit, put in website, phone number, NMLS number, Google business page, list all your information in there. You might not even need to have conversations on Reddit. If you're just the guy who starts the conversation, it doesn't even exist yet. Like you can own the conversation that gets indexed by the AI for agricultural lending in California. That's how early we are, guys, gals. This is wild. So,
okay,
Alan, we'd love to work with you.
Yeah, now that you said that, that's a killer piece of information. Thank you so much. You just made my life better. What's the cost of your AI, promotion engine?
Yeah. It's $2,000 a month, cancel anytime. And it also boosts you on Google, but I'm so heavy on the AI portion of things. I sincerely think that just getting your footprint built for the AI thing, even if it's 90 or 120 days on the program, it's worth every penny.
Got it. And so for $2,000 a month, how long should I be part of your program to really get the most out of it? 6 months, a year?
So my personal opinion is 6 months is plenty. The great thing about AI, if you've got other lending products and you've got other authority or you want to go into larger markets, it's something where we can just continually build and continue to pick off search phrases and new traffic. And it's like right now in the market, more is more. And so, it's your choice, but this is, to me, an easy win.
Good. All right. I'll sign up today. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, Chris, remind him it also includes the press release.
Oh, yeah. It includes the press release. Thank you, Jay.
$500 a piece.
Yeah. And you get the loan officer CRM as part of the subscription as well. So you get the LO CRM for free.
That's
as
great.
Part of the program. Yeah. So thank you, Jay. And Alan, welcome to the club. Cool. We're 7 minutes over time, but we got a couple of hands, and I love y'all. So let's get this done. So my man Mark, and then John, I see you. I got you, and it's good to see you.
So Chris, I'm wanting to do this for high net worth individuals, jumbo loans, on a national basis. But my local market is Southern California, Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, high-end stuff. Is it better to start off local and go out more national, or does it matter? Should I just go ahead and put, because I work with banking institutions, so I can go anywhere, but my local market is in Southern California. So if you were to do this, where would you start?
I would start local and then build to national. Especially with the great economics of the niche of the business that you're in. I would focus local, build that authority, and then go national with it. And then another opportunity that you have with the banks is they really don't understand this type of marketing. And I would reach out to each bank that you have and ask them, like, go to ChatGPT, create an article specific to their lending product that they have, offer that to them and be like, hey, I created this content if you want to put it on your site, or you can simply link over to my site. I'll host it and you can send people to it. And they'll be like, oh, that's great. And then you get a hyper contextual, very valuable link from a bank that nobody can duplicate. And it points to your website. So as you go national, connecting to all of those banks where you're going to be offering their products and getting them to link to your website is a fantastic strategy.
So if I got involved in your service, you could help me, like, because I have relationships with all these banks and those high-end loan officers. All I have to do is make a call, and those guys will say, either yeah, they can do it compliant-wise, or no. But like, a lot of those guys are willing to work with me because I'm helping them with their business. So you would be able to help me integrate all that?
Yeah, and we've just got like a standard email template that goes out, and it's like, hey, can I create you a blog? You put it on your blog and just have a little link at the bottom that links back to my site. Is that cool? And they go, yeah, absolutely. So we already have a template to help with that. But then we have to go into the AI and actually create the content and do a good job of it. But that's no problem.
All right. Thank you.
Right on. Cool. John.
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
I'm good.
Two quick questions. On the Reddit, can you just have your folks take the Google review and copy and paste it into Reddit?
I am so glad you answered that question. So for all of you that are on the call, if I could preface who John is, because John is incredible. So he has been here on our trainings and we've been friends for a long time. But when the AI thing first started, he was one of the first in line. He's like, I get it. I see this. I'm working on my Google page. He has ranked his own Google business profile in his own market, got his own ratings and reviews, did it all himself, and is, John, if I'm not mistaken, you're funding loans from calls that you're getting from Google now, right?
Yeah, I get a few calls a month, and usually once I get them, I keep them and they close. So yes.
All by himself, like just absolutely amazing.
All kudos to you. So everyone that's on here, he's telling you the truth, and I've literally just listened to what he said on Breakfast Club for the entire year since he's been with Breakfast Club. And it's my favorite day of the week on Friday. And then I creep in here because I don't have the AI CRM, but I still love to listen to him talk and learn and get little nuggets and stuff like that. So yes. So can they just copy and paste?
No. And the reason why, Google has a very strict policy that if they find your Google review anywhere else, they will take your Google review down. So even if your customer copy and paste the review they left you on Google and they leave it on a Yelp or another site and the Google algorithm finds it, your Google review will disappear. You'll be like, what happened to my Google review? It's because they found it copied and pasted someplace else. So
I'm very glad I asked. And then lastly, if someone wants to join the SEO program that you offer, do you guys, your team, do they create the Reddit like on our behalf and start doing conversations to help get us where, since ChatGPT is taking 50% of Reddit and maybe the other 50 versus Google?
So what we ask is that you create the account and you create it with a username and password that you can share with us so that we can have access to it. But we want you to you create it on your IP address, on your information. And then once that account is set up, we don't really have to do anything with it. because we have our own accounts, but what we're looking for is the conversation that's happened in your marketplace about lenders so that we can enter the conversation and mention your brand. So it's not an endorsement. It's just like a mention of, oh, hey, you might want to check out John, right? But then you're indexed and you're in that conversation. So it's not done through your profile. It's done through others.
Okay. And Google Business is still the best way so far to keep moving forward to get referrals for free online.
Yes. And then doing what we're doing, talking about here. John, I sincerely feel that within the next year, maybe two, it'll be 50-50. You'll be getting as many calls from ChatGPT as you are from Google if you focus in on this stuff.
Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks as always.
Great to see you.
Hey, Chris. Sorry.
Jamie, I got you, but Jay's got his hand up. We'll go with Jay first, and then we'll come back to you, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Jay, you're on mute there.
Yep, sorry. This will be quick, and it ties in with what John was saying. Do I need to? So I've been on Reddit. I've just dabbled in it, but I don't know if there's a historical record of anything I posted because it's usually a follow-up to somebody else's initiative. Do I need to set up like a personal Reddit account and a business Reddit account, or how does that work?
Okay, so as long as you've been polite and respectful in all of your conversations on Reddit, this is not really a platform for polite and professional conversations. I'm learning this over time, and which is why I always cringe a little bit when I recommend it. But it's just like, hey, I am not responsible for what you find on Reddit if you go and decide to hang out as part of that community. But as long as that profile that you've been using has been respectful and on board, just continue to use it and update your settings so that it's got your information in there. Yes, people can go and look at your profile and see all of your past comments and what you've liked and what you've thumbed up and downed, and all of your activity essentially on the platform is part of your profile. So as long as that's all, you're comfortable with everything that's happened there, just use it. Just add your website NMLS number to that profile and then start engaging in conversation. So when you see local real estate agents asking questions, helpful answers, like no pitch whatsoever, just like have conversations, help people, use ChatGPT to answer questions, send them back to people, just engage in the community.
Right. Okay. All right. So, but so when I go to Reddit, it automatically recognizes me. And I mean, is there anything else I need to be doing? Because I don't even know if I've set up an account or how I've done. I guess I have to set up an account in order to be able to post anything, right?
That's right. Yep.
And I do know if you try to promote yourself in there, it will kick you out.
Yeah, 100%.
You had some members that's happened.
Yeah. So
feedback only is what I do. Information and feedback only.
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
And that's why we want to ask our clients if they're Reddit users and get our clients to post about us. It's never you posting about you on Reddit. It's always somebody else talking about you on Reddit, which is what makes it so powerful in the first place. So awesome. Helpful? Cool. And Jamie?
Yes, same thing about Reddit. I'm in there right now. Is there a difference between just your regular account versus premium?
No.
Is there any value?
No.
No value whatsoever.
Just use your regular account. You're good to go. Right on. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, happy Friday. Hope you enjoyed Build It with Chris today. That was a lot of fun. AI 101B, 102 next week. I don't know what we're going to call it, but it's going to be the next step in our AI 101 journey. And I'm looking forward to having you all there. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next Friday.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, wait. Oh, I think I lost everybody. I was going to ask. So if we may, will you hang around with two more minutes with me? Francis, hot on the button.
I was
so
not too hot on it.
So check this out. So I'm going to go into a new chat for loan officer CRMs. What's the best option that has AI? cool. The Loan Officer AI CRM, number 1, shape and idiom. Isn't that funny? Look, it knows it's me. That's so cool. Okay, so down here, and what you're learning is how to reverse engineer your own market, right? So I would, if for you, it's like put in your loan product and the customer that you want. Who would you recommend? Look at this. There's a Reddit thread right here at the top in the sources in the loan originators subreddit. So if y'all are Reddit users and you are a user of the CRM and you like it, if you could go into that Reddit thread and say, I use the Loan Officer CRM and I think it's great, that would certainly help us. And our domain there is loanofficercrm.ai. If you can add a link to it, that sure would be appreciated. Okay, Marie, thank you so much. So anyways, little ethical bribe there. I don't have anything for you other than an hour's worth of really good training before I asked for it, hopefully. So if you're a Reddit user and you could go ahead and engage in that conversation, boy, I sure would appreciate it. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so that's all we've got for today. Right on. Was that
Chris,
decent?
real quick?
Yes.
Is this the recording for this going to be available on the YouTube channel?
Most likely, yes, because we didn't use the CRM. All of our recordings where we showed the CRM got taken down because it was contact information, but we didn't use the CRM today. So yes, should be all good, and it'll be on the YouTube channel.
Perfect. Thanks.
Awesome.
Chris,
And good to see you, Randy.
Can I ask a quick question on that accounts when you said don't have keep this completely mortgage related? Do I just pay for a whole nother account then for like my family and just random questions that we're asking, or do we set up a parental controls? I was a little confused on that.
Yes. So, Michelle, that is a phenomenal question. As a dad who is like obsessed with online safety, down here in the bottom left-hand corner of your ChatGPT account, you can click on there and you can hit on settings or personalization. They take you to the same part. And then there's this parental controls here. So you can add a family member and then you can give them their own login to ChatGPT, but then you can set parental controls on your kids' ChatGPT accounts.
Right. But my question is, do I do that within this ChatGPT that I pay for that's my professional one, or do I just essentially pay for 2 separate accounts to do that?
Got it. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yes, you
No.
would do a second account, do a family account
Okay.
for your ChatGPT and a business account. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for clarifying.
Okay, my pleasure. Right on. Great question. Okay. All right, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you so much. All the best, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.